yes, I am online. Why, thank you. Also a little miffed. I'll tell you about that later. New model detected. There ain't been a new model here in months. Alright, scooch us over. Doom, 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 doom. There we go. You know, I should really add in more camera. More camera. The teleport spot right here. Because this is where we left off last time, isn't it? That's a very good note to add a teleport spot right there. Are we? Oh, we are live. I mean, we're live. He's also live. Lock the camera here while I finish setting up. I even charged up my other controller. Rude. Yeah, I had to change all my notifications and stuff. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Yeah, I had to change all my notifications and stuff because the game I was looking forward to trying out the demo for. And I tested the demo this morning because I saw it was available. They deactivated it through Steam. I did not know they could do that. Rude. Rude. I realized the game launched like yesterday. Today? Yesterday? But yes, I downloaded the demo today, tried it out to make sure it would work. And tried booting it up right before stream. No license available. I found out they took the demo off Steam. However, in the past, anything you put on Steam stays on Steam. Right? So, I will be waiting a while before probably buying that game. I did want to try it out. It looked super adorable and was looking forward to trying it out because it had cool vibes. And I caught a stream this morning. A couple streams because I was looking to see what it would actually play like now that the game is playable. But nope, we will not be playing Easy Delivery Co. tonight. Which is a shame. Okay. I didn't even know how long the demo was going to last. If it was like, wasn't sure if it was going to be a 2-hour stream of demo. So I had the environment booted up anyways. So I could play this after playing the game. So it is a bit disappointing. We'll try not to be too sour about it. Okay, let's see. Got some music going. I found out why my music was so quiet. I had it set to a different set of soundtracks, and while it sounds fine in my ears, it is a wee bit too loud, or a wee bit too quiet in OBS. Yes, and I have a notification. What's the notification? That's funny. Let's see. Getting stuff set up here. I was not intending to do these tonight. So, where's my going live? Oh, my voice just cracked a little bit. Doot, 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 doot. Get that. Get that. As is tradition, we set up. As is tradition, we set up live. I mean, I do the sound check, but we get the rest of the stuff set up. Okay, where's the Discord? Where's the Discord? Stream alerts. Dev tonight. And it gave me the big box again. Odd. Okay, let's see. Dev time tonight because they want the demo from my library somehow. Okay, and that's it for that. What do we got left? What do we got left? Oh, we're missing some movement. I was thinking about booting up Ye Old Voices of the Void. I wasn't quite in the mood for that right now. Where are we? Slime VR. I need to reorganize my desktop as well, so I can get everything. Better organized. One of the cool things, and I should absolutely do this, is there's my other. I was wondering where on earth is my other phone. One of the things you should do is with the Touch Portal software, you can set multiple softwares to open in order. I think you can even add like wait conditions between them. There we go. Like waiting conditions between them. So it waits like, 10 seconds in between opening each piece of software. So what I should do is I should have it open up Touch Portal. Well, Touch Portal would already have to be running. Could have it open up VCFace, OBS, Rustyverse, Slime. There we go. Now we're back. We are now calibrated. All right. That should be good for all of our calibrations. No. I want my come on. There we go. There. We still here? We're still here? Oh, okay. That should be good for all of my calibrations. Everything's set up. We always cut it kind of close anyways, just because got to put the kids to bed and then run down here and start turning software on, grab myself some water so I'm not parched, and turn on 1,000 little devices. I mean, I currently have 4 phones on my desk, which is ridiculous. Well, one of them's on me, but that is slightly ridiculous. Good thing it's old hardware. Well, some of it's old hardware. How am I doing? I'm a little salty. I'm not gonna lie, a little salty, but we're not gonna let that affect our mood tonight. We're gonna be doing some deving, putting in some controls, so we can make a proper environment out of this, and finally upgrade to Rustyverse 2. Although technically it's like build 9. What is it over here? Unity. Oh yes, we'll move on from Rusty 8B over to Rusty 9. Although now it's called Rusty Verse instead of Rusty Land. Very important distinction. But we're not running the compiled version tonight because we have this. And VCFace can only send the control data to one source. There is a way that I should be able to piggyback all of the, not piggyback, daisy chain. There is a way I should be able to daisy chain the tracking data from device to device to device. But I haven't looked into that. It would be nice to send the same tracking data from here over to the robot when he's running. So I don't need a separate camera running and making that poor ancient desktop run the tracking software. It'll just receive the tracking data. Because while it doesn't stress out this computer, it would probably stress out his computer a little bit. Probably. It does stress out his computer a little bit. But yes, it is very important on what to name your softwares and how they should work. Very important. Very important. Kind of looks like I have like swampy green hair when I look just right through the willow trees here. Also, it's very dark. Did I turn off the main camera again before or not the main camera, the camera light again? No, it's on. It must just be a little dim. Yeah, it is super dim. There. Now it's brighter. VCFace, it receives the data. So I'm receiving, it does look silly when I'm looking through the, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Hi. So VCFace is, I'm using it to, well, the guy in the corner right now, and I can, since we're in a dev stream there, he can hide out in the top corner. We can't quite touch hands like the Michelangelo and David. Michelangelo and God. Was it Michelangelo? Yeah, I think so. Anyways, I forget what the painting. Took enough art history classes. I should know which painting that was. Tangent. Yes, I could do that. There is a way to daisy chain. So in other words, VCFace is gathering, I'm using it to gather all the tracking data. And from the iPhone, from which is running VTube Studio. So the iPhone is doing the face tracking. The Leap Motion doing hand tracking. And then Slime VR is also sending in some tracking data. If I can get a little bit extra shimmy. Yeah, so that's gathering all of that together, applying it to an avatar, which looks suspiciously like that guy in the top left corner. And then VCFace is also, besides displaying that avatar, is passing along all that lovely data applied to one avatar. It's applying all that 3D data here into Unity. And because I have a listener sitting in Unity, which takes that data and then applies it to the same guy. And it's important that the models match up because I am not using a standard like Vroid model or something that has known joint placement. Slightly less than humanoid due to the big boxy head. But yes, I should be able to. Last time I looked at it, it looked like it was possible. I find my receiver here. It looks like I'm able to pass it on. Well, there's receivers here, but I think there's an output component too. I think there's an output component in with this because it is, I believe it is all OSC data. So it's just like, positional and rotational data. Well, you can also send float values with it. So you can do things like control how bright a light is through OSC, or for avatars, blend shapes. What blend shapes do I have? I don't have a lot of blend shapes applied to that model in VSeeFace. I didn't fully hook them up, and I've been running them like that for months and months now. Otherwise, you'd be able to do fun things like frowning and crying. And what do I have? Oh, wait. We've got, for some reason, I do have angry face. Hold on, let's that was a loud sound I just heard. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, angry face is different between the two avatars. So the guy in Unity is actually an older version of the Rusty model by like 2 versions or so. And apparently Angry Face had a big hexagon eye. Whereas on this side, he just has angry eyebrows. And the paper tray. The paper tray is a little tilty too. So I can set that one. I can set... But I don't have any other blend shapes hooked up, and I really should. I really should. It is on the to-do list, but that is an offline thing because it's a lot of busy work. It's a lot of busy work. All right, let's zoom out. Put you back in the top left. And I do want to have the VSeeFace avatar running because when I'm not in play mode, then there's no me. There's no me on the screen. Oh, and we're in the green screen area, so now there's the guy in the bottom corner. Ooh, another fun thing that I do want to do. It's going to be part of the VIPO, Virtual Interactive Puppet Overlay. It was a acronym coined by Doijin Swift for this whole interactive, having your chat part of, having the audience part of the overlay or the system. So it's not just, well, like what I'm doing right now, where it's just like, hi, I'm an avatar just plastered on top of everything in OBS, but bring the stream inside. And we are going to be doing that very soon. That is very soon. There's an area right over here. Let's see if we can get over there. I think we can get over there. I did have to unhide it. But we brought in... Oh, get rid of... Hold on, I'm gonna unclick on the settings so I don't accidentally unset something. Okay. First of all, directional light. What did we set that to? This one? No. Lucky 7. Okay. Okay, this was our experimental area for buttons. As you can see, there are some buttons in the interactivity where I can just walk up to the button and do stuff. Like, come on. Come on. Oh, it's compiling something. It's a little tricky because I'm like zoomed way out. Here we go. Reset position. What does this one do? Recessed position. It's spelling errors. What does this one do? Do it. What does it do? Oh, it moved that cube. Yeah, we just leave all of our debugging and testing stuff in here, don't we? Does it Oh, no, it just does it again. Well, that's kind of fun. Okay, but what we have here is this one. Is it this one? Do I not have spout running? I may not have spout running. Hold on. Spout. I swear it was the P key. Is it not the P key? Oh, wait, there it is. Why is it behind us? I must have hit a different button. Well, something's fishy here. Anyways, look, we have we have the stream within. Ta-da! It looks like it's being a little wonky at the moment. Yeah, that is not acting properly. Well, that's okay. So this is a feed right from OBS. And I'm bringing it from OBS into Unity. So what we can do is we can make this much bigger. And then instead of me being in part of the OBS overlay, OBS would be part of the Rustyverse overlay. If that makes sense. It's way too small right now, though. Way too small. Let's do some shenanigans while we're here. Okay. Overlayception, it definitely is here. Where are we? Zoom in. Zoom. So ideas for stuff you want to make. Do tell. Do tell. Move this over here. Oh no, there's physics on it. I forgot there's physics on it, and we're live, so. Oops. there it is. We broke our TV screen already. Fun, huh? How do we reset? I made a reset button here. I made a reset button. Reset. Bam. Theoretically, that reset it. It reset it backwards. Okay. Okay. I reset it backwards, and physics is still running. So, to give you an idea, here's our TV overlay. I should also remove it from post-processing so it's not super blurry. Because the TV, if anything, the TV should be in focus. And by TV, I just mean the screen. So, if we weren't currently doing dev stuff, we wouldn't be getting the tunnel effect behind us. We wouldn't be getting the tunnel effect. We would be seeing whatever fun game stuff would be going on there. But right now we're getting the tunnel effect. Yeah. One of the things I've added to my to-do list is actually do the same thing, because I can allegedly, I've broken it in the past. I've broken it in the past, but it's been very good lately. I can have as many spout outputs from OBS as we would want. Same thing with stuff going in. So what spout does, it's S-P-O-U-T. What it does is it's more or less for sharing stuff that's being rendered on your system. So VSeeFace, for example, we get a nice transparent background, green screen, if you will, because it's using Spout to send to OBS. So that's what we're doing here. And we got it working great with Rustyverse. So we can send ourselves, here, let's do a million teleports here. Oh, we did put one there. Oops, too many. I need to make a drop down. Hey, spinning the wrong way, but there we go. See, so now we have the guy in the bottom corner. See, so I can move this camera around all I want, and he'll be rendered in the same spot in the bottom corner because of Spout. See, we don't have any jaggy green lines or anything like that. He gets a nice clean output from my software over to OBS, which is dropped in front of whatever we're doing, whether it's playing a game or, well, right now we're deving because they took the demo out of my Steam library. The demo I downloaded today to play tonight. That's why I'm a little salty. All right, always wanted kind of virtual studio, and now you want to make even more, but you already have 6 things you want to do. Well, now you have 7. Now you have 7 things to do, which is more than I have fingers to count. So good luck with that. But yes, no, virtual studio is why I started this part of the my Unity project. this whole Rustyverse project. I wanted nice, clean. I wanted my own broadcast environment, you know. So we've been adding stuff for it. We've been adding stuff. We can run around. We can do stuff on a little playground. Although currently the space station is hidden. I've been playing with the space station for the last well, it's almost a year and a half now. Almost a year and a half now. I think I started in June of 24. God, when she made something like that and you got the idea, oh, for your streaming environment? There were a couple that that I also followed like way back when too. And so one that's currently streaming is Suvidriel. And she's the wonderfulness behind Vinyan. Let me pause that so I can type. Vinyan. So if you don't want to build your own software, but still want something you can customize and kind of drop worlds into, Vinyan. It is a lot like VSeeFace, except way more extended. And I do believe VSeeFace is kind of I think they halted production on it. They're not working on it anymore. So I wouldn't call it deprecated, but I don't think they're gonna be doing too many more updates on it. But no, Suvidriel. Oh, I would want to get her name right. How would we? How do you shout out someone that's not in your? How do you shout out someone that's not in your chat? That's tricky. But yeah, she's been working on her own environment since the early days of VTubing. All the early days in the ancient past of VTubing. Yes. Another one that she doesn't stream so much anymore. Fofamit. Fofamit was another one that did a lot with like Unity environment type stuff. So those are two streamers that did a lot with this kind of stuff. Oh. Well, we don't have a space station to walk out onto anymore. I guess we're not leaving the old office. We're never leaving the old office again. We are stuck here now. As is intended by he who T-poses over us in the sky. He made sure that we would not leave the office again. Yes. Well, at least we can teleport. Okay, so we do need to add a couple more teleport targets. I'm going to leave this one where it is because this one is somewhere inside the space station. So when we do switch over the space station level, it would drop us right where we should be. So this must actually be like 000 then. The good lighting. Back to debugging. Enjoy your debugging. But yeah. No, if you have any questions, just if you're not part of the Discord, I don't remember if you're not part of the Discord, hop on over there. I can pull up a link. And I should have a link for the Discord anyways. We should be properly promoting it. There we go. Oh, and also over the Discord, there will be more people who do this kind of shenanigans also. So we've got Fruitsy Collins and Dead Sun Prime, and all three of us do streaming environment shenanigans, virtual streaming environment shenanigans. And we each do this slightly different. but similar enough. Yeah. But yes, enjoy your debugging. I'm going to be adding in more controls. Oh, that's way too bright. There we go. Oh, that's why it's all washed out. There we go. I'm going to be adding in more controls and kind of tidying up. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to be doing. And a lot of yapping. I'll be doing a lot of yapping, as always. Okay. So what else? Where's my... That's my work notes. I don't want to be looking at my work notes right now. The joys of using... There we go. The joys of using the same desk for work and hobby. Okay. I really don't want to do that stuff today. Not after hours. Not after hours. Okay, what do we got? What do we got here? Reset camera on teleport. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. But let's see. Ah, the warehouse lights. The warehouse lighting controls. And I should put some of these textures back. It's kind of sad that I lost them. So we're gonna do that. Oh, and we should also hook up OBS to right there. That monitor right there. Doing some tidying up. Teleport. Okay, you are facing the wrong way. And add a camera. Got to do that. Add another camera. Because we can do something like this. Bam. Oh, and there's crap in the way. Why is there crap in the way? Well, I did not account for that. I should adjust the clipping plane on that one. Well, there we go. We got another bug fix to fix. Bam. Okay. A Borderlands style intro. Here we go. Rusty Robot Factory. Definitely human. It says so. It says so, so it must be true, right? Yes. Bam. But yeah, that's the shortcut key for well, that one didn't work. There we go. That's the shortcut key for our Borderlands style intro. There, now it'll actually show me. Ta-da! Borderlands style, because it's not quite... Ooh! I wonder how they changed it in the new one. If it's still the same thing, where it like freezes the frame, does a comic book kind of thing in the background, and then goes, name what they are. Bam. Like for bosses and the characters and all that. I'm looking forward to playing the new one. Come on. Playing the new one, but I will not pay $70 for it. I mean, I'm salty about paying $12 for an indie game right now. Not because I won't, but just because. Just because. I would have liked to test it out before I bought it. That is what a demo is for, yes. Okay, so we're going to flip this one around. That is first on our to-do list. Maybe second on our to-do list. Let's make that larger by a factor of that. A little larger, raise it up off the ground. We don't accidentally run into it immediately. And we should probably put it in no post. There. There, I think I just fixed the problems with the TV screen. If you can see it in the background over here. Some of the problems we just had. You know, I should make this two-sided also. Quad. quad two-sided. With the material. Render face, here we go. Oh, there we go. Now it will be on both the front and the back for the TV material. I probably just messed it up for some of the other stuff because we're using TV material in a few spots. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, another thing we can do here, we will also, I will fix this right now. Quad TV, we are going to do a couple things. Create empty parent. Quad TV holder, and within that we will duplicate the quad. This will lead to some fun errors, so it's going to be extra amusing. I set it back just a little bit. Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No, this would... Okay. So train of thought is post-processing, like for depth of field and stuff, does not like translucent materials. So materials with translucent parts. It makes... Well, if there's nothing behind it. So that's why the TV screen, when I just popped it up on screen, that's why it looked funky. So it looked like super blurry unless I was putting my hand behind it. Because the Unity depth of field was getting confused. So what I was just about to do, what I did, is I put another quad behind it. And I was going to make that solid. That way it would be, the video feed would be in front of something solid and therefore immune to the depth of field shenanigans. However, if we want it to be the screen, do we really want it to be out of focus? Probably not. Probably not. So for now, what if we... Yeah, we just put it in the no post-processing layer. And that should solve the problem. Okay, we're gonna undo a few things here. There. Okay. Got a no post. Can you see that? Yeah, okay, I have it just within just within sight up here. No post processing. And we did make it two-sided, so that way as that's spinning away in space, Superman style, right? Was that Superman 1 with the space prison? Like way back 70s Superman. When the bad guys are spinning through space in their little two-dimensional space prison. That's what it was. Okay. So we might have solved that problem. Might have. Okay. Next thing we were going to work on. Let's find our teleport point. Is it destination? Destination mezzanine. Negative 49. Can we do math? I think we can do math. I love it. I love it. You can do math. I thought that was a thing. I wanted to add 180 to the rotation so I could flip them, rotate this the other way. It's a gizmo. You know, it's currently just a gizmo, these arrows right here. So I can grab it and move it around, rotate it if I switch to rotate mode. However, it just snaps right back to itself. See, I would have to, could have done it this way and boom, there, then it'd be 180 or, 90 degrees, 270 degrees. It could be Pac-Man, womp, 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 womp. But the problem is it snaps right back. Planar, XYZ. You have the result, hopefully, but you had to really be paying attention when you were doing the Pac-Man stuff here. I'm going to call it that from now on. Pac-Man. Womp, 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 womp. There. Or you can, if you know the numbers, if you want to use numbers instead of visual aid, yeah, you can do math up in these boxes up here in the inspector. It's a really cool feature. Oh, and our copy machine is out of order. I should check if they had copy machines like this back in the 80s. I'm going to make a note for that. What does an 80s copy machine look like? Do I have... Oh man, I got to go on a separate page. And we'll just do it on this page. So what is it? September 19th. 9/19. Check for 80s copier. I mean, if it comes down to it, I'll just remove said copier, because that is the era, the aesthetic we're going for is in the year 1980X. Let's write it like this: in the year 1980X. There. Mysterious year when everything went wrong. And we'll still be very neat down the road. Get everything situated how we want to have flashbacks to the year 1980X. Where the environment of the factory is set back to its pristine condition. Well, pristine, it was a factory. When it's set back to its condition before the mysterious event that made it the rusty robot factory. Instead of, it was actually a working factory. I think that would be in... Yes, I think that would have to be in the episodic Telltale styled games that I do want to create someday. I think that would be so much fun. To make a choose your own adventure, little rusty adventure. I've got notes. And each one would be as far as I'm designing it right now, the early stages of laying everything out. It would be they'd be interconnected stories, but not linear. And that frees me of some constraints. That frees me of some storytelling constraints for sure. Because then if I want, if I had only planned for 5 and I add a 6th and 7th, etc., I'm not like trapped by the decisions I made before. It's like, oh, well, this happened in 2024. Now I have to have it happen after that. Like, no, I could set it in 2020 or 2010, whatever. 1980X, 1979, way before the mysterious event that happened. Yeah. Except I don't want to super overly complicate things. Where were we? Oh, we were going to look up. Where is he? I think he's under player armature. Intro container. The intro container, we have the intro cam. The intro cam needs... Here, we'll do this while we're playing it. just so we can get the clipping setting correct. Okay. Let's do this right in the warehouse so we know. Right here. Okay. So if we face, now we're going to face 180 degrees so that light right there is in the way. I should just move this light. Where is our character? How did I hide the avatar? The avatar. Oh, look, you can see the dust motes as polygons now. They are cubes, sort of. Or are they sprites? Oh, they might be sprites. Little quads floating around. Why is it hiding us? Oh, there we are. That was odd. It was the no see button right there. I wonder what else it was hiding. There's something over in the top corner that you guys can't see. Anyways, so let's get a bird's eye view here. There we go. Okay, so I want to cull out this light that is taking up all this space right here. Bam. And that is super easy to do right here. Okay. Near clipping plane. Near. Okay, now it will clip my hand if I obviously go through the clipping plane. So I don't want it too close. Where did we go? Near clipping plane. Okay. I mean, I'm going to move the light anyways, but this will solve some problems across the board anyways. Okay, it doesn't look like I can really lean into that camera. Because this is a separate camera than the one I'm normally using to swing around my avatar here. This is the intro cam. You can see it down here. It says intro cam. So when I hit my hotkey for my intro, this camera, basically everything is enabled for this little game object down here, and that enables the intro cam, which has a higher priority. Up here, you can see priority. It's a higher priority than my normal gameplay camera, we'll call it, my third-person follow camera. So the camera view shifts, it swings over to wherever this one is, which is a fixed position based on which way I'm facing. It was a fun little thing when I figured that out. Although we are too close. We are too close. Because it doesn't always show the whole name. Usty Robot Facto. We'll leave it for now, though. We'll leave it for now. I mean, we could adjust like the focal length, I suppose. Zoom out just a little bit. Maybe make it like 30. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. Make it a nice round 30, though. Bam. Lens shift. Wait, what does lens shift do? Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. That's interesting. Lens shift is nothing like tilt shift. Got it. Okay. Clipping plane, focal length. We'll just remember this. Near clipping plane 1. Because I was in play mode. And I do not have it save everything in play mode. Okay, that was easy enough. Yes. So other things, I want to get rid of this anyway. Oh, I don't need to get rid of it. I need to just move them up, and away. They don't line up anyways. Look at that. Look at that. I must have shifted all the lights over and I did not quite grab the spotlights. So the object that is the light is not in the same spot as the spotlight object. That's not great. See here, they line up. And there they do not. You know, these look so much better as a non-emissive material. They actually look like how I would envision them, but when it's in the game engine, it just kind of washes it out. Okay. But yeah, we are fixing stuff. Fixing stuff tonight. Let's just scooch these guys over so they're not in the way anyways. Could probably raise them up a little higher so they are actually attached to the trusses. I think it's what I did on the other side. I did raise them up quite a bit. Yep, I did. So let's do that here. It's going to be a little tricky to grab exactly what I want. No, it won't. Will it? I had a better idea. I got a much better idea. It'll probably lead to whatever errors I had before, but we do have them grouped. There, warehouse lights. We do not have them properly grouped. The lights, the object, is not in the same spot as the lights. At least not those. That one's right there. Where's this one? No, they are. I guess the spotlights are in a different spot. Spotlights in a different spot. See, I want to change this one too. Hold on, I have to take care of a thing. There. The joys of home automation is you can home automate from anywhere in the home. But this light, let's see on him. Oh, I was hoping they would have this set up as two objects, the wall mount and the panel, so that you could rotate them. I do not like that there because of the emissive material. I suppose I could just do that. It might look funny because the spotlight is on. Maybe we just leave it for now. We do have to kind of pick and choose our battles, I think. There, we'll just make that a little dimmer. think we should be tweaking stuff a little bit later down the road. Maybe a little bit later down the road. And range, cut the range way down. There we go. So it'd be nice if these, if I could use these as area lights. But area lighting is baked on, well, you know, don't have any baked lighting. This is something I should look into for optimization, because it would look pretty nice if I baked some of these lights. So they wouldn't, they would still emit light to the environment, but they wouldn't emit light as like I walk past, or if I kick this bucket around. But it'd be good enough. For now, we will leave it though. Fixing the big problems first. Fixing the big problems first. Like, what is this? What is the Unity blob? Oh, it's my scripts. Apparently my scripts live in a spot. That is interesting. That is interesting. Okay, so wait a second. Oh no. That is so stupid. I can't turn that off. I cannot turn off the illumination for the for the emission, because it's for the entire shader, not this instance of the shader. That is annoying. I mean, I get it. It's to save computing power, right? Because they're all sharing a shader. But that means that anything that is using this material, yeah, anything that's using this material is going to have the same exact settings. Again, which is a good thing, unless you're hacking it like I am. Unless you're kind of hacking it like I am. Okay. Okay, good to know, I suppose. Okay, spotlight. Where are my spotlights at? We are going to now add in the spots control. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let me just take care of a little more bookkeeping here off screen. One moment. Oh man, if I kicked you into ads, you'd never know. You'd never know. Okay. 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 Doing little bookkeeping. There will be bookkeeping pauses, unfortunately. Okay, so we got that working. Let's add some physics. Let's add some physics, he says as he spies a floating pile of books. I mean, there's an easy way that I don't need to line it up. I don't need to line it up to the floor and make sure it's, you know, not floating above the floor. You give it physics. So immediately when you hit play, kerplunk, it just falls. Also, this is now an anachronism since we are in the fine year of 1980 something. We did not have panel monitors. That's the other thing I was going to do. We need pipes. We need to put pipes back on our laptop here. They did have laptops, not this laptop, but they did have laptops. Okay, we need to go find our base map. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No, it is not. We need to switch it to... Well, where do we have our base map? Let's go see what these look like off camera here. It's definitely not that one. Oh, different floor textures. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Ooh, hey, do we want to swap out our brick texture? Look at this one. Unless that's the one we are using. Versus this. Oh, there's the floor. Right there. There's the floor. Okay, so that's not bricks. That is bricks, though. And this looks like a concrete, crummy window. Nice glass. Unless that's linoleum floor. Multi-use here. Concrete block. Ooh, I wonder if we're using the concrete block anywhere. The old cinder block. Okay, but I need to go find out where my textures went. They're in here somewhere. I hope they didn't get overwritten. They might have gotten overwritten. Where would that... The old office. Let's go to the old office first. Office, main office. Bastards. It did overwrite my texture. That's not cool. That's not cool. It did overwrite my texture when I imported the new, when I merged my projects. Huh. I mean, there's a way around that. There's a very easy way around that. I made backups. I made a backup. Okay, let's go do that right away. So we can check it off the list. Okay, where would you be? Where would it be? Backup. Luckily, I just made a backup too before I merged the projects together because I figured that would be an event that would break things. What was that? Assets or projects? Assets. Assets. Polygon office. Textures. There we go. Screen 3. Let's find this object now. Laptop. It is one object with, there it is, 2 materials. Screen 3. You know, we're just going to call this screen 4. Copy it into here. Copy it into here. Now let's just call it screen X. There we go. I should really call it something else that's much easier to find. But it is what it is. Where are you? Where are you, shaders? No, we don't want the shaders. No, no, back up, back up, back up. Go back here. The easy way. Okay. Ta-da! Sometimes Rusty should not be doing these kind of things this late at night. Whoa, that's cool. That's not what we intended, but that's kind of cool. We did not want to apply pipes to the entireness of everything. And where's the emission map? Ta-da! Yay! Now our screens, well, at least our laptop screen, will have right and proper. Now we just need the warehouse. Warehouse office. And then lighting controls. And then lighting controls. There's a lot more stuff over here now than there used to be. There it is. Oh, it switched automatically. That's nice. That's nice. This should definitely be an older style laptop though. It doesn't have touchpad. Should it have a touchpad? No, it should not have a touchpad. It should also be bulkier. And a smaller screen. The history of laptops. Well, that's kind of cool. Here we go. It should definitely be one of these old creatures. Let's pop open a different window. Sorry, it's ignoring my my desires. Why is it in, there we go, dark mode. One of these guys. So an easy fix before I model my own, because I should just model my own really, is I'll just shrink the screen size and maybe add a block underneath it so that it looks like it's offset. Yeah, that would be a super easy fix. Can we though? Without getting super far into. Oh, no, why are you? You, right there, over here. No, this is one object. Aw, I mean, a laptop would be easy enough to make. I mean, look at this. Is a nice flattened cube with a bend in it. That is all that it is. And it's just UV'd, so that it has two materials. It is a bummer though that they didn't separate it out more so that you could, close the laptop. But again, it would be easy enough to just slam together. Material 1, material 2. See if there's anything else we need to do to it. Nope. It's all set. It's set enough. One thing I could do is I could just letterbox this image so it does look smaller. But again, that'd be more work than just modeling my own laptop. I could even steal something like this if I really wanted to, just the texture, since I'm using all these textures anyways. And that diskette looks way too big, but that's okay too. Should it be that big? Well, allegedly it's that big. Okay, where did we should make these things grabbable so we can haul our TVs around. And if I remember correctly, all I need to do is slap this script onto items that I want to be grabbed. So that'll make everything way more interactive. Is it that easy? It is that easy. You can do it right from... Oh, you can just drag and drop the sloppy way. I mean, that is really a messy way of doing things. Then you can just go plop. Plop. See, I don't know if it's going on the right object though. That's the problem. Is it going to the object or is it going on part of the object? No, it appears to be correct. It appears to maybe be correct. Ah, that is the problem I was expecting. Yep, okay. Note to self, don't do it the quick, easy, messy way. Because I made the screen grabbable and not the whole of the object grabbable. So yes. There. That should fix it. Now let's go find those ViewSonics and apply it to the grouped object where we can drag and drop it. There we go. Much less messy. In fact, I can do it right here. And it'll be in the parent object, the group, if you will. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this too. Monitor old. Monitor old. Desk lamp. There we go. Desk lamp. Spacer cube. Not so much. We can leave the spacer cube alone. The spacer cubes are these two blocks right here. And they just are a platform for these falling monitors to land on. Okay, what do we got here? We got a video player on quad. And a video screen material. Interesting that we need both the video screen material and the video player. Copy component. Let's put it on this one. Paste component. There we go. Okay, so we have a video player on this one too, but it looks like it won't be showing up. Oh, okay, because the material itself is playing on video screen. Oh. Remove component. I wonder if we just need video screen. The material. Because the materials are all going to be sharing the same thing. Video screen, video screen, video screen. There. There it goes. Workaround. So theoretically, both of these will be playing the same exact thing at the same time. Now, one of the fun things I want to do in the future is that the instance of this material will be offset. So right now it's going to do funny stuff. Yeah, I don't want it to do both of those objects. Absolutely defeats the purpose. But each instance of it will be set to a different offset, so that I can have one video playing, like one video loaded, but each monitor will be playing a separate, separate tile, separate set of coordinates within that video. Unless it doesn't matter. Unless I can have, sometimes I overthink optimization. Sometimes I overthink the optimization. Is it necessary to do it that way? Do I really need to optimize it, or are modern computers powerful enough that yes, you can load up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos, small videos even, and just have them play? Would it take an amount of time to load a new video file when I want to change the channel? It's like, I like the idea of optimizing it and just having it share one video file. And then when I change the channel, it just moves over, the next 100 pixels. And again, the next 100 pixels. Overthinking it most likely. Okay, wall switch. What else do we have for scripts? Where? Scripts. Color changer, teleport, toggle on off. We want you to have a toggle on off. And there it is. Turn on, turn off. Initial state is on. Game object will be these lights. So the lighting. Oops, where are these lights? Okay, how many lights do I have in here? 1, 2, 3. I have too many lights. This one, this one, this one. create an empty parent, call it office, office lights. I probably already have an office lights, but that's okay. You move, nope, not quite like that. You move there. You also move there. We're gonna do this the hacky easy way. Where is it? Toggle on off. The object will be office lights. Now we can toggle them on and off, but they're gonna be on in the initial state. Yes, we wrote that script a little while ago. Super handy, super easy script. Now I'm also going to want an overlay, a slider, so I can adjust the strength of those lights too. Much like I do for the 3-point lighting. Where should I put the 3-point lighting? Oh, we have a funky issue right there. Look at that. Textures are occupying the exact same space, or objects are occupying the same space. Wow, why does a chair have 3 separate colliders? I suppose funky shapes. Chair, are you grabbable? You're not grabbable. Yet. Now you are. What else needs to be grabbable in this office? You know, we need to bring over the head in a jar. Or should we leave it as 2 separate types of offices? The 2 separate offices. They can be, kind of like that idea. We have the real world office, and then we have the, madness office. The madness office, that the void of space and giant rusty in the sky. Whereas this is the more real office. So for the real office, we should totally just put a billboard outside that has a nice landscape on it. Just put a, you know, a nice nice cube or something there with the Windows XP wallpaper on it or something. So it's a fake. I like that idea. Okay, so I did want to change you. Base map. Who are you? Yeah, we should change some of these things so they're not like the default. I do enjoy the profits poster. That is one of my favorites. So I want to leave profits there. But this presentation chart, I should really change that up to something more rusty. I mean, it is rusty being a business such and such, but it would be nice to have something there that's not stock. Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. Did I attach the light to the desk lamp? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. The spotlight is there. So theoretically, so this one's fully articulated. this one is fully articulated. We can do the Pixar thing. Okay. A fun side effect. Okay, a fun side effect. I will save it for when we're live. You're grabbable. Oops. Make everything grabbable. Tape. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, these guys. Grabbable. Monitor old. Grabbable. And diskette. Definitely grabbable. There. We have now made most things in the office here grabbable. Not a fan of this chair. This chair looks way too new. Way too new. I believe I have one on the lower level. No, what did I just do? It tried something. It tried something. Okay. I like this chair, except it's very blocky. You know? It looks too simplified almost. Let's see what we have for stuff here. Prefabs. Okay, so we have this chair, which is the one in front of us. Ye old office chair, very fancy. Very, very executive. Which doesn't really fit a warehouse manager office, you know? That's pretty much where we are. See, this one just seems kind of new. You know, like too modern. I think it's because these shapes right here, they scream gamer chair to me, even though it just looks like kind of like a standard, mildly comfortable office chair. But this one is too blocky. Yeah, there's no roundness to the seat. Chair. Also chair. Wooden chair. Here we go. I've got a bunch of these scattered about. In fact, this chair should be in the office right now. This is also what we have under instantiate chair. I should have a select from various chair prefabs. Maybe not sci-fi chair though. We do. We got toilet paper and we have space toilet. I didn't bring a normal toilet in apparently with the office stuff or even the town pack. Yeah, Polygon Town should have had a toilet, but I guess I didn't drop any onto the into the arena. Yes, here's our mess of patio chairs. Plastic chairs. We definitely need more of them. And just scatter a whole corner of this place. Just scatter them all about. It's always interesting to me with these asset packs, what is, you know, all one object and what is broken apart. So you can do things like with that desk lamp, so you can like rotate it and such. Versus this, which is all one object. So you can't take the, you know, this is meant to be a background object, not a hero object. So you can't take the bottles off, spray bottles off of it, you know? Or something like a security camera, which I believe there's one over here somewhere. I did leave one in. There it is. I left it in right there. And it looks like I might have a camera attached to it. Anyways, the security camera, it can rotate. It's two different objects. So if we wanted to, we could have it cycling back and forth, a little motorized security camera, keeping an eye on the warehouse. What is this camera? Right here. I think that's what I was doing. I think TV camera. Yes, I was setting that up, so it would be a camera. Well, we might as well bring that to life a little bit. TV camera, TV quad. Well, I bet I copied that right from the space station. Though really we want it to be parented to this. The idea being that the output would go to TV screen 1, wherever TV screen 1 is. Space scene. Oh no, I might have just kerfuckled that. It is part of space scene. It is amazing how it pretty much lines up, but that does make sense. That does make sense. Okay, so what I should have done is I should have put it in the space scene. So that's, where is it? Where is it? This right here, this object. That contains the whole space station environment. So this camera right here just coincidentally lines up with that camera. Because if we switch over, let's save first. If we switch over to the space scene, and this is pretty much where we start off in the space scene, space station scene. And that's why the teleport point is right here, because space scene, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Do we have the overlap? Kind of. See if I can get rid of the warehouse. Bam. See? Home sweet home. So that camera is pointing down this corridor here. So it shows up on this TV screen. Right here. The TV quad. Where is TV quad? We could repurpose it. So instead of having more TV screens, we could just repurpose that exact same one. But that seems dangerously lazy when I could just duplicate it. Yeah. Dangerously lazy. But yeah, so that camera points here somewhere, shows this lovely little scene. But yeah, there's a good old space station occupying the same area, but we won't have them both loaded at the same time. Space scene. You know what? We are going to chuck the TV camera inside the space scene, so we don't have to worry about that again. And that is super interesting. The dumpster is not part of the warehouse. Why is a dumpster not part of the warehouse? Where are you? Oh. Okay. I hid the warehouse scene, not the warehouse. That is sloppy naming convention. Yes, they should be swapped around. Warehouse scene should be called warehouse because that's the building. And warehouse should be called warehouse scene. Messy, messy, messy. Okay. But now I believe we're fixed. What else is in the main office that's not in? What do we want to bring with us? See, there's the nice office chair. Trophy. Oh, the floating head is part of the space scene. That's annoying. So he disappeared now. He has vanished. No, I think we're good. I think we are good for main office. Let's go to other office, which I desperately need to betterfy. Okay. So we have the lighting control, just slap them on and off. Easy. Warehouse lighting control, we do not have set up the same way. Because that I do want to put on sliders. So I have much more granular control. Instead of just flipping them on and off. Although, maybe for now, where's lights? Lights warehouse. Warehouse spots. Is that all the spotlights? Yes. Okay, for now we are going to have the same type of light switch for the warehouse spots. Where should we put it? We slam it right here. This is a teleport point. So the danger high voltage. danger. High voltage. Add component. Scripts. Toggle on off. Initial state is on. And warehouse spots will be the game object. There. Man, it's nice when you have scripts set up. Easily reusable scripts. Okay, what are we doing? 9:46. Not too bad for time. Let's give these a shot. It's a very poppy track. What is this? Sound of the 80s. Sound of the 80s. Okay. So it's already pretty dark in here. And we're about to make it darker. We're going to turn off the spotlights. Be nice if I could get the, there we go, cursor off the screen. See, look at, we're within distance. Toggle it on and off. And be like, boop. So now theoretically the spotlights are off. So they don't contribute a huge amount. They don't contribute a huge amount of lighting. They're more subtle, perhaps too subtle. Yeah, maybe they're a little too subtle. But again, I am going to have sliders so I can pop up an overlay and then adjust the sliders like I do over in the green screen area for adjusting the strength of the light. So I'll do both the ambient light and the spotlights. And this is what I was talking about, how it's kind of washed out. And they do appear to be on right now. I can't turn them on and off. Unless I just kill all the emissive textures. But I don't know what all is using the emissive textures. What I do know is like these lights right here, these fluorescent lights, they look kind of on. Kind of dim, kind of on. And there's a little spotlight right here. Anywhere that was using that little screen, that screen texture is now right here. Wait. Right. Come on, hand tracking. A little bit lower, a little bit lower. Anyways, yep. We now have pipes everywhere. It's great. Okay, so what else were we testing? There we go. We have 2 monitors showing our trailer now. That was absolutely as to be expected. We only needed one. We only have 1 video playing right now. So we should also grab things. Grab things? Can we only grab things in first person mode? I don't think I had it set up like that. Oh. Is it Q? Oh, it is Q. Look, we're carrying around a monitor. It's spinning. We should probably turn the physics off on that. We should probably turn the physics off on that so we can, you know, not have it do that. Let's drop. Oh, we just chucked it. Okay, so is it... I haven't checked on the grabbable code in a long time. Is it only if we're in first person? Wait, oh, here we go. There's no rigid body attached to the ViewSonics game module, but a script is trying to access it. Oh, I do have it in the wrong spot. I do have it in the wrong spot. Okay, let's try something else. No, you. Chair, you. Oh, okay, I have to check on that script. Script. What are you doing? Q. It is Q. And we should be able to grab it from either first person or third person mode. R swaps items. Swapped held item. Ooh, wait, looks like we canceled out. Oh, looks like we can't. Oh, it's trying to duplicate the object, which I think is broken. Instantiate the duped object. Oh, it's not broken. I just have it. Yes. Okay. Okay. It is kind of broken. This part of the script, the duplicate object. We don't need to worry about that. We're having issues with this part. Okay. Okay. I gotcha. I got you. But we should be able to grab like everything. Why is our raycast not hitting anything? Unless we're in first person mode. I wonder if if I'm not close enough. For some reason, my object grabbing is not grabbing objects. I mean, I don't need my actual hand out here to grab the objects. Although that would be more fun. Indeed. Okay, let's undo. There we go. Get back out of first person mode. Welcome in the Game Maker official. Hello. We are making a game, sort of. A streaming environment more for ourselves. And oh, I see exactly what the problem is. I do not have these objects set to be pick upable. I do, but I don't. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. I'm making a streaming environment, a broadcast environment for myself, my avatar here. So if you look up in the corner, up in the top left corner of the screen, we're using VTuber stuff. But we're taking that data and putting it within our own environment here. Because why wouldn't you make a new game for yourself? Why wouldn't you put yourself in a game, right? So it's fun. So I'm using the motion controls, but I still want to make it kind of gamify it. So what I was just trying to do is I was finally brought my project together from a whole bunch of the building the level project into my my programming playground. And there's some broken stuff, as to be expected. But yes, this is the office of the Rusty Robot Factory. So we have our little factory environment here. So we have our office, currently surrounded by the void. Oh, and we trapped ourselves again. I knew that was going to happen. We trapped ourselves again. We have the factory. We have some old CRTs playing our channel trailer here. So I also do 3D modeling and old games. It's not quite VR. I call it budget VR because we're using the tracking data. So I'm a VTuber, right? So I've got face tracking, even though I have this blocky head. We still got like the eye tracking and all that. We got hand tracking. We are using a little bit of VR type tracking, do a little shimmy around, but then we can do fun stuff like switch to first person camera. So this is pretty much VR. See, I'm not wearing any gloves or whatnot. We're doing hand tracking here. But I look up and look to the side. Yeah, it's working. Actually, this is working really good. I haven't tried it out in this environment yet. Then we can switch back to third person. How long did it take you? I have been doing this part of the project since June of last year, I want to say. One of my goals was to use this as a broadcast environment. So if you look at the guy in the lower corner now, we're getting clean output from our Unity project here. Nice clean green screen type output. So in the center of the screen, you see it's, here's me. I can swing all over the place. And my avatar is sitting in the bottom corner. So I've been working my way through learning Unity and C# and all this fun stuff. So we can do fun stuff with interacting with the environment to make it more of a broadcasting studio. Like, oh, hey, let's zoom the camera in on that guy. Oh, wait. There we go. Hi. Now I'm zoomed in, and this is all within Unity. I mean, I'm using OBS to broadcast this stuff, like Winamp in the corner and my other avatar up in the top corner. Reset that camera. But yeah, no, it's a whole thing we're experimenting with. Part of this project, Rusty Robot Factory. If you can tell by the name. Yeah, what kind of game are you working on? Oh, did we actually get this? Oh, we got stuck within our screen. That was interesting. Let's turn on the overlay within the overlay. Ta-da! Hey, that does look nice now that I fixed it. Oh, sort of fixed it. That's interesting. Why are we in front of ourselves? Oh, I know why we're in front of ourselves. The camera stacking. The camera stacking is putting the layers in not my intended order. Let's turn that off before we go breaking things. That, wow, that is a really interesting, not a bug because it's working exactly as it should be, but that is an unintended use. Okay, let's get out of there. Making a horror game, but letting your viewers have a part in it through them giving you ideas or what they want to see in the game. Yes, that is one of the wonderful things about streaming is the instant feedback. The chat interaction and instant feedback. One of the things I do want to do with switch back. Right. One of the things I do want to do with this is add in like more integration, like Twitch integration, so you can do all that fun stuff like throwing stuff at me or whatever, but also playing the stream kind of in like a story mode. So not every stream, because that would be a lot of work to set up for a one-man operation. But I think it would be neat to play the stream as a game, like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. Oh, you're not streaming yet. Okay. We do more. You do Instagram and you do more platforms later. Well, thanks. I do like this. I keep building more ideas into this, so it is actually quite messy. Let me see how far I can zoom out here. So I just kind of, this is my playground project. So there's a mismatch of all sorts of stuff in here. And like I mentioned, I just recently brought in my factory, the Rusty Robot Factory. I just recently brought that in, and that is way over there. You can see the trees in the background. I brought that into this project after assembling all the assets from different asset packs, and some I modeled and rigged up myself. Man, it looks so good. Brought into this with all my post-processing and camera settings and everything. So good now. Let's go back over there. This one? No, this is the old office, including he who T-poses over us in the sky. Oh, there we go. We have the stream. We do have the stream running on, there we go, running on this monitor here too. Not always smoothly, let me tell you. Used to crash the stream quite a bit by doing that. But here we go. Here is the factory, my nice messy abandoned factory. If I could get past some of the bugs that need fixing. So I just integrated everything on Monday. So this is the second stream that has the factory environment all put together. We got a dilapidated factory and oh, I have to turn that off. That is right there. That is cutting through the entire level. This bug right here. Because the render layer is sitting on top of all the other outputs. And it's gonna be that way until I end this instance. Right. Look at there it is right there too. We're gonna play a game. It's like, oh, there it is. There. Now we get picture in picture. You know what? If I used it intentionally, I think that would actually be a good idea. Where it does cut through everything as an overlay. Because we're not always going to be deving. We're not always going to be in this test environment. This would be showing whatever game we're playing, art we're drawing or whatnot. It won't always be showing the tunnel effect of, the OBS tunnel. But I think having it as like permanently overlaid and I can like move it around. Might have its uses. Yes, very, very good you mentioned that. That is one of the things I'm going to be implementing soon is a area detection. So I know where I am. Because right now, I'm just teleporting around one giant level. I'm not optimized. I do have one of my large environments disabled right now. Otherwise, I'd probably be crawling with FPS here. So if we look, you know, we're super like fisheye lensed right now. But if we look towards the back, that's the factory. Whereas this is a little cube hiding right here is a little a test area where I was testing out lighting. But I do want to have it be where I bring up controls for an area. It detects where I am, so which scene I'm closest to. Like basically sends out a sensor ping that says, hey, we want to control lights. So I hit the light button and it pings, and all of the light objects within a radius all show up on my lighting controls, and I can adjust the sliders. That is absolutely on the to-do list. And a fun thing is I can have it show up like in game, because I always choose on the wrong hand, don't I? This hand. Hey, I have a little pop-up PDA. My little Pip-Boy, basically. You can see it more from this angle. Where if I have it set correctly here. I can click the buttons on it even. Yes. Unlock camera, go back here. What else we got? Oh, we have another. I was doing lighting tests. Get some lovely lighting. Turn that off. Turn that off. There we go. Oh, and here we are back in the office where we intended to be. We added object interaction code, but I forgot a very important part of the script that I had written. And that was to put the objects in a grabbable layer, because that's what it's looking for. What tutorials have I learned these from? It is kind of like VR chat. I am the Pip-Boy, the Fallout Pip-Boy, or a little pop-up monitor on your wrist. I definitely stole that from VR chat. I think that was a fantastic idea, and VR chat's made in Unity, so it's kind of funny that it would. I'm using pseudo VR type stuff. Look, we even have our own branding on our boxes. What tutorials? Tons of tutorials. What I should do is I should make my tutorial playlist public on YouTube, I think. Speaking of YouTube, might as well plug that. I'm slowly adding my VODs from the last year and a half, playing catch up. We started streaming January 24. And it's now 25, yes. And, oh, hey, since you're new and I'm feeling chatty, ta-da! Oh, I gotta fix my stuff there. Here, and let's zoom in. Nope, two zoom in, two zoomed, two in. The whole project actually started with a robot. This is a still frame. He's currently half disassembled because he's in the middle of upgrades. So this is an old screenshot from a few months ago. But yes, this is. Wait, do we have a trailer here somewhere? Where's the trailer? Trailer. There we go. We'll play the trailer. So the whole project started. I wanted to do something different. I wanted a puppet. I wanted a robot. So I started learning Arduino stuff. And then I was like, hey, let's make him controllable, but not with a game controller. I want him to use motion tracking. So I went through all different solutions, testing them out. And I thought, you know what moves with easy tracking? Here we go. VTubers. VTubers move using camera tracking. So I built a separate project from this where I take the same tracking data and I apply it to, oh, we're going to snooze this ad. Take the same tracking data that I'm using right now, and I apply it to, I send it over to the robot. He has an Arduino board in his head that converts all these movements, these rotations, into servo movement, little motors. So I'm moving little motors around, moving the camera lens for the eye and all that. And it's fun. It's fun. I do miss him. He is currently, his head is over in my workshop. And his neck and torso still wearing that gray sweatshirt. Still wearing that same sweatshirt are sitting over there next to my desk. But yeah, there he is again. I need to make a robot-only trailer. There's both the VTuber and the robot running at the same time. William Afton. I don't know if I'm familiar with that name. Let me Google him real quick. Movie character. Five Nights at Freddy's. I have run across that comparison. I also get Short Circuit if you're old enough. If you're old enough, you get Johnny Five, the robot from Short Circuit. That's because of the square head and the camera eye. Well, let's see him one more time, then we'll go back. You're old enough? All right. But yeah, it's funny because the robot doesn't look much like, except for the rectangle head, doesn't look much like Johnny Five, except the camera lens eye. And that's enough to connect it in everyone's memories. Say Johnny Five. And he was a huge inspiration, of course. I loved that movie when I was little. So yeah, so there's the robot one more time. Let's turn the trailer off so it's not running next time. Yes, I'm currently upgrading his neck. You can't see my cursor right now. Currently upgrading his neck. And where are we? Dev. We muted? We're not muted. Okay, good. Yeah, so I hope to have him back next month because I want to do more. I want to bring him back for October. It was a lot of fun last year playing old retro games with the robot right next to me because I could turn the lights way down and the tracking and the camera work and everything still works. But we also have fun experimenting with this now with more than just a spooky space station, which is currently disabled. Where's the fun lighting? Turn that, turn off the direction light. I mean, this lighting, I just love this lighting. This is just like nice and spooky. And if I want to, I can put this in a little box in OBS, capture this video feed right here, this red, lovely red, and put him in the corner, just like a webcam streamer, instead of using my transparent capture, which is here. Oh, look at. I can hold his head. But yeah, no, tonight's stream is mostly me fixing things that need fixing. Fixing things that need fixing now that we're integrated. Oh, look at that. That's where we left off with the camera feed. Fixing things that need fixing now that we are integrated within the projects, because I finally brought them together. Oh, and adding interactivity. Because now we can turn like the lights on and off. Oh, I guess you can see the warehouse lights just a little bit. Let's go up to the other office. Where's the other office? So here we should be able to... Come on, see, this light switch is much smaller on this wall here. I gotta fix that. It's gonna be way fussier. There it is. See, we're a game now. How much free time do you have? Very little. Normally I dev, or I stream twice a week for 2 hours of time. So that's 4 hours a week. Well, I have 3 fingers. Here we go. 4 hours a week. Yeah, so that's about all I get. I have, this isn't my day job, and I have 2 kids. Take up a lot of time. Family stuff. Oh, we get that error in the background. But no, so I don't get as much time as I want. And, you know, I also want to play games every now and then, so that takes away from dev time. The day job of programming. I don't know, I always want to do computer stuff after after programming all day. But no, thank you. Thanks for the compliments. Yeah, it's a fun project. I do this because this is my video game playing, you know. I do play some video games, but this is, for me, this is just as fun, and it's a creative output. It's one of the perks of it. Yeah, otherwise, if this was too much like work, I wouldn't do it. Which is why I tend to not code at night. Because my brain is shot from coding during the day, which is why I forgot some of these things over here on this side. Okay, I do have to put these objects in a pickup layer. I'm going to make a note for next time. I'm not doing that tonight. Oh. Streaming tip. Keep a physical notepad. Physical notepad, so you don't have to tab over to, like, you know, notepad. You can just write it down. Pick up object layer. Tag. Is it a tag or a layer? Not carrying object. Very sure. Pick up layer mask. Right there. Pick up layer mask. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, that's just the script itself. Okay. How long have I streamed? 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's jokes. January 9th of 2024 is when I finally hit the go live button. So if you go on the VOD channel, you get some crispy, crunchy audio and much worse tracking. But that we gotta start somewhere, right? I mean, you can't start from, you shouldn't start from, you know, fully loaded and ready to go. Because A, no one's gonna be watching. B, yeah. Oh, sorry if you get ads. Ad break ends in 1 minute. Can only snooze them so many times, I guess. Sorry for the ads. Yes, I would have 0 ads if it was possible. I would have 0 ads if it was possible. But I want them emotes. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, okay. Pick-upable objects. Where is in the warehouse? You. It is not a layer. Is it a tag? It is not a tag. That is interesting. Why? Then why does it or does not work? Layer default. That is interesting. Okay, where's the old office? Old office. I can use Giant Rusty as a as my like waypoint. You, chair. You are untagged in a default layer. Why are you pick-upable? Huh. Well, that is interesting. I think I need to re-examine my pickup script. It's probably commented out. It's probably just the layer is the default layer. Maybe that's part of the problem. We are actually going to wrap up stream. I gotta get rolling. But thanks for stopping by. I love showing it off and meeting new people and all that fun stuff. Let me just get back into character here. We are in character, of course, but we will get further into character. Let's go to the office. Is this the office? Which office is this? This is that office. Let's go to one of these toggles. I need to make a drop down for this. Let's zoom over here. Get some lovely. Oh, actually, no, we added a new spot. Yes! This is my new favorite spot. This is my new favorite spot right here. There we go. We can show off the warehouse in the background. It's nice and blurry. We do have a Discord. Ooh, do I dare copy paste? Do I dare copy paste? Nope, it is long gone from my copy paste. I'm gonna pop that open because we are gonna go visit the owner of the Discord. There we go. Discord. There, that should be a current invite link. One of my friends, Dead Sun Prime, is streaming right now. Was streaming when I checked a minute ago. And share this Discord. He cut out a little space for me. And we both work along with another creator, Fruitsy Collins. We all work on similar things, kind of like streaming environments, kind of game design, gamifying it, not just a puppet in front of, you know, whatever we're doing. Make it interactive and yeah. Losing words. I'm also losing tracking. I think my body's twisting just a little bit too far. The amusing things about streaming. But we are going to go raid Dead Sun. Oh no, where'd he go? Oh no, wait, there we go. There he is. So we're going to go pop in, say hey, and I'm going to call it a night because I am up past my bedtime. Because I have to get up too darn early. But yeah, so that was the Discord. In there you'll find I've got my own little area with talking and gallery and clips and all sorts of fun stuff too. But yes, drop by and say hi. Malform, welcome in. We are just about to head out. So if you want to hang along for the raid, we're gonna go raid Dead Sun. All right, so Insta on Discord, but I'll see you later indeed. Yeah, I always like seeing what other folks are working on. So we've got the good old raid message here. Did I make a raid message for myself? Raid 2? I did not. I need to do that. It's like one of the few reasons I wanted to be affiliate status here on the Twitch. I'll make it a Rusty Dev raid. So he knows what I've been up to. There we go. One of the reasons I want to be affiliate because I want the little emoticons, the little emotes. Wow. Yeah, I'm losing steam here. But yes, thanks for stopping by. Sorry, I was ending stream right when you snuck in. But let's go say hi to Dead Sun. And I catch y'all next Monday. Probably next Monday. I might do Monday, Wednesday next week. Might be finally back on that schedule. We'll see. I'll post it in the Discord and whatnot. But yes, thanks for stopping by. And let's go say hi. That sounded cheesy. Let's go raid.